massive reclassification went down last night on Wednesday night with LaDainian Guyton, the overall number one player. The number one player in the 2027 class is now a part of the 2026 class, meaning he'll sign in less than 2 months. At the early signing period, LaDainian Guyton will sign with the team. And in about 3 months, he'll be on a college campus, assuming he's an early enrollee. So let's bring in national analyst Steve Wiltfong. Steve, we haven't really talked about this as being a possibility too much. Why did it happen last night? Why did it happen at all? LaDainian Guyton, part of the 26 class.
That was always the plan, to reclassify and get to Texas Tech as soon as possible when he committed to the Red Raiders in early August. I don't know if he had to get some ducks in a row at Benedictine Military where he goes to school, but the plan was always that he was going to reclassify, and the news just happened to drop this week. But him reclassifying to 2026 comes as no surprise, and he's part of a top 25 class for Joey McGuire and the Red Raiders here in 2026, one of the jewels.
All right. So that being said, now that he's going to be on campus in about 3 months, what is Texas Tech getting? I mean, and they're getting it right away.
Yeah, they're getting one of the most disruptive players in the country, regardless of graduation year. Over 40 tackles for loss, over 20 sacks in each of his 3 high school seasons, and obviously counting as he finishes out his final prep campaign. He's an explosive, powerful pass rusher that can bend and move, plays with a high motor, has strong hands, and a lot of upside. He's still developing physically. You look at what Texas Tech is building there right now. They have the number 1 offense in college football. They have the number 9 total defense in college football right now. They're number 1 in rush defense, number 6 in scoring defense. LaDainian Guyton is a plug-and-play talent for Texas Tech to keep this defense rolling for years to come.
All right, so as with any number 1 player overall, there's always going to be a little bit of drama. Texas Tech, it's not just going to be a walk in the park. They're going to have to battle a little bit to keep LaDainian Guyton. And just yesterday, you reported for a short period that LaDainian Guyton was going to visit Athens for this Georgia game on Saturday. And then, Steve, you reported something different just about an hour later.
Yeah, it was in the plans for him to be at Georgia this weekend to watch the Bulldogs host Ole Miss, but Texas Tech will get him back to campus next weekend for the BYU game, and he will not visit Georgia this weekend as planned per his manager. Now, the Bulldogs are not going to stop recruiting LaDainian Guyton. As we know, Kirby Smart flew a helicopter out to see him a couple weeks ago when he was on the road. He'll remain a priority for the Bulldogs. South Carolina and other programs continue to try and stay alive for LaDainian Guyton, but he's committed to Texas Tech. The Red Raiders poured a lot into that recruitment, a modern recruitment, obviously. But Joey McGuire and this coaching staff have a lot to stand on the field with the way they're playing. They're a team that's trending towards the college football playoff this year. They're the favorite to win the Big 12. And he's built a connection with a lot of their recruits. 5-star offensive tackle Felix Ojo, 5-star defensive lineman Jalen Brewster, Adrian Redmond. He's built a bond with them. He's already attended 1 game in Lubbock this weekend. But look, there's a lot of people vested in this recruitment from Texas Tech. From the athletic director on down. He's feeling the love from this Texas Tech program. Obviously, they made it a heck of a financial opportunity for him to come. They have a lot of support in that regard, and he is not visiting Georgia this weekend. And we'll see if he takes any visits before it's time to put pen to paper. But he is excited about his future at Texas Tech, and he will be in Lubbock in 2 weeks for the BYU game.
At least when it comes to recruiting, Texas Tech is part of the New Bloods. They now have 2 5-star commitments in that 2026 class to go along with Felix Ojo. I think actually we're going to have Felix Ojo on this channel on Saturday. We're going to do a little interview with him. But now LaDainian Guyton joins that class. Texas Tech fans, how are you feeling about the latest news about LaDainian Guyton reclassifying? What does it mean? Talk to us, comment section below.